Hello all, welcome to the lecture 2 of Python Data Types Module 3 of the course Python Programming for Beginners. In this lecture, we will be discussing about Introduction to Data Types, Numeric Data Types that include integer, floating point numbers and complex data type, followed by string and Boolean data types. Let us begin with the introduction of data types in Python. A data type specifies the type of data that can be stored inside a variable. For example, with the assignment statement a equal to 60, 60 is assigned to the variable a. There is another assignment statement country equal to India. India is assigned to the variable country. Hence, the data type of a is of the int class because 60, which is an integer, is assigned to the variable a. Similarly, the data type of country is of the string class because India is a string that is assigned to the variable country. Let us see different data types supported in Python. Python supports numeric data type by implementing the classes int, float and complex that holds numeric values. It supports string data type by implementing the class str which holds characters and strings. It supports Boolean data type by implementing the class bool that holds the Boolean true or false. It supports sequence data type, which is a collection of items or elements by implementing the classes list, tuple and range that holds a collection of elements. It supports mapping data type by using the class dict, which stands for dictionary, that holds the data in the form of key value pairs. It also supports set data type by implementing the classes set and frozen set, which holds collection of unique elements. Let us begin with the numeric data type. Python numeric data type is used to hold numeric values. And the numeric category includes integers, floating point numbers and complex numbers. They are defined as int, float and complex classes in Python. Remember, all the data types are implemented in the form of classes in Python, and all the variables that belong to a specific data type is an object of that particular class. The type function gives the class to which a variable or a value belongs to. Let us see an example of Python numeric data type. In this code snippet, the three variables x, y and z are assigned with the values 18, 45.6 and 2 plus 3j. In this, 18 is a integer data type, 45.6 is a floating point data type and 2 plus 3j is a complex number. When we try to print the data type of x by using the type function, here we have to pass the variable name as an argument to the type function. Similarly, we print the data type of y by using type of y, print the data type of z by using type of z. If you look at the output, the data type of x is class int and the data type of y is class float, data type of z is class complex. Remember, nowhere we have declared the variables x, y and z as integer or float or complex. Based on the value that is being assigned to a particular variable, the variable is made as an object of the corresponding class. Not just the decimal numbers, we can also assign the binary values or hexadecimal values or octal values to the variables by preceding the corresponding binary numbers or hexadecimal numbers or octal numbers with the prefixes 0b, 0x and 0o respectively. That means 0b for binary, 0x for hexadecimal, 0o for octal. Consider this example program where the variable bin1 is assigned with the binary value 001 0011 by prefixing it with 0b. Similarly, hex1 is another variable which is assigned with a hexadecimal value 1a by prefixing 0x. Similarly, another variable oct1 where the octal value 17 is assigned to oct1 by prefixing the value 17 with 0o. And now we try to print the data type of bin1, hex1 and oct1 by using the corresponding type functions, type of bin1, type of hex1 and type of oct1. And also we are printing the values of bin1, hex1 and oct1 by using the respective print statements. If you look at the data type of bin1, hex1 and oct1, all of them belong to int class only. Though the base varies, the data type is still an integer. Similarly, if we try to print the values of bin1, hex1 and oct1, the values are printed in the decimal form. Here you can see 001 0011 with base 2, which is a binary number. It can be converted into decimal by summing up all the placeholder values of ones. So the placeholder value or the place value of the first one is 32. The place value of the second one is 4 and the place value of third one is 2 and the place value of last one is 1. So if you sum up all these values, 39 is the corresponding decimal value. Similarly, the hexadecimal value 1a can be converted into the corresponding decimal form by multiplying each of these digits with the corresponding place values. For example, the place value of 1 is 16 to the power 1 here and the place value of a is 16 power 0, which is 1. And remember, a is equivalent to decimal 10. That is why we are getting 1 into 16 plus 10, which is 26. That means 26 is the decimal equivalent of the hexadecimal number 1a. And then if we try to convert 17, which is represented in the octal form, into decimal, again the same procedure has to be followed where each digit has to be multiplied with the corresponding place value and all these values have to be summed up. That means 1 into 8, 8 is the place value of 1 and 8 power 0 is the place value of 7. So we are getting 1 into 8 plus 7, which is 15 here. So 15 is the decimal equivalent of 17 in octal. So when we try to print the values of bin1, hex1 and oct1, we are getting the corresponding decimal values as 39, 26 and 15 respectively. Let us move to the next data type, which is a string data type. String is a sequence of characters represented by either single or double quotes, and we can also use triple quotes also. In Python, there is no character data type. A character is also a string of length 1. String values are assigned by enclosing them in either single quotes or double quotes or triple quotes. To include either type of the quote character, that means if we want a single quote or double quote or triple quote as part of the string, then we can do so by delimiting the string with the other type of quotes. We'll be understanding this by looking at the subsequent example. Let us go through this example where str1 is assigned with a string hello by using single quotes. Here the string value is enclosed in single quotes. Similarly, str2 is another variable where we are assigning the same value hello by enclosing it in double quotes. Similarly, str3 is also hello. This we are assigning by using the triple quotes. Remember, the triple quotes are used when the string spans more than one line of text or one line of string. When we try to print the values of str1 and str2 and str3, here you can observe in the output, all these three strings are holding the same value, hello, hello. And of course, str3 is holding hello world. That is why it is printed in two different lines, because we are using triple quotes for assigning a string that is spanning more than one line of text. And we can access the characters of a string by using the corresponding index. For example, here str1 of 0, str1 is hello and the index starts from 0. That means h is at index 0, e is at index 1, this L is at index 2 and this L is at index 3 and this O is at index 4. So when we try to print str1 of 0, it is going to print the 0th character, which is h here. So this is called as, this type of indexing is called as positive indexing. Similarly, if we try to print str1 of 1, it is going to print e. In addition to positive indexing, we can also use negative indexing, wherein the negative indexing refers to the index value starting from the last character. That means print str1 of -1 refers to the last character in the string. So that is why when we try to print the values str1 of 0 and str1 of -1, str1 of 0 is the first character or the 0th index character, which is h. Similarly, str1 of -1 is the last character, which is o. We can use the escape sequences when we assign the values to the string variables. For example, here in str4 is assigned with hello world, where these two words are separated by a tab space. And this tab space can be used by using the corresponding sequence, escape sequence followed by T. Similarly, str5 is also assigned with hello world, but these two words are separated by a new line character. So when we try to print the values of str4 and str5, you can see str4, the hello world, where each of these two words are separated by a tab space. And str5, these two words are separated by a new line character. That means the second word is printed in the second line, next line. Now let us see how to insert a single quote or double quote as part of the string itself. Here we are assigning two variables, quote 1 with the string. This is a single quote character. That means here we are interested to insert the single quote character within our string. That is why we have to enclose the entire string by using some other quotes, be it triple quotes or double quotes, but not the single quote. If you try to insert by using single quote, it will give an error. Similarly, another variable quote2 is assigned with another string, wherein we are interested to insert the double quote. And that can be done by enclosing the entire string either by using the single quote or by using the triple quote. Whereas if you try to use the double quote on either end of the string, it will give an error. So if you try to print quote 1 and quote 2, it is going to print it as, this is a single quote character. Here you can observe the single quote is also part of the string. Similarly, quote 2 is going to be printed as, this is a double quote character. Here you can observe the double quote is also part of the string. Moving on to the next kind of data type, which is Boolean data type. Python Boolean data type is one of the built-in data types. It represents one of the two values, true or false. That means each variable which is of Boolean data type can take only two values, either true or false. It is used to represent the truth values of the expressions. For example, if you consider an expression 1 double equal to 1, wherein we are checking whether the values on either side of equal to or not, it is going to return it as true. Whereas 2 less than 1, which is a false statement, in such a case, this expression is going to return a value which is false of Boolean type. Python bool function is used to convert any given value to a Boolean value. So the Boolean values can include only either true or false, whereas other data types can include any values. Let us observe by using an example where there are two Boolean variables, b1 which is assigned as true and b2 which is assigned as false. Observe here there is no need of having any double quotes because these true and false are valid Boolean values. If you try to print the value or the type of b1 and the type of b2, here you can see both of them belong to the bool class. b1 and b2, both of them belong to the bool class. And now let us observe some assignment statements for assigning different types of values to the variables. I1 is assigned with integer value. I2 is also an integer but it is 0. F1 is a floating point value which is 4.5. C1 is a complex value which is 2 plus 3j. S1 is a string value which is good morning. N1 is a special variable value which is none. Remember, any other value other than 0 and none are considered as Boolean false. So 0 and none are considered as false and any other value other than 0 and none are considered as true. So if we try to print the bool of I1, bool of I2, bool of F1, bool of C1, bool of S1 and bool of N1, where actually we are trying to convert the assigned values to the Boolean type, only the variables having the values of 0 and none are considered as false. The rest of the variables are considered as Boolean true. That means only 0 and none are considered as Boolean false here, I2 and N1. And all the rest of the values are considered as Boolean true. Let us see the demonstration of the examples that we have discussed so far by moving to the corresponding collab file, IPython notebook. So here is the demonstration of Python numeric data types. The variables, three variables x, y and z are assigned with three different values, 18, 45.6 and 2 plus 3j. And when we try to print the data type of x, y and z, let us observe the output. Type of x should be an int class, type of y is a float class and type of z is a complex class. Let us move to the next program where representing hexadecimal and octal numbers by using the corresponding prefixes. Of course, we are representing binary number also in this program. Bin1 is assigned with a binary value by prefixing with 0b, and we are printing the data type of bin1 by using type of bin1 and we are printing the binary value. And then we are using another variable hex1 to assign a hexadecimal value 1a, and then we are printing the data type of hex1 by using the corresponding type function and then printing the value of hex1. In all these cases, when we try to print the values are printed in the decimal form, no matter whether they are represented in binary or hexadecimal or octal. Similarly, oct1 is assigned with the value 17 by prefixing with 0O, and then we are printing the data type of oct1 by using type of oct1, and then we are printing the value of oct1. So if you execute this program, all these three variables bin1, hex1 and oct1 are of type int only, and here you can observe the corresponding decimal values are printed. Bin1 is 39, hex1 is 26 and oct1 is 15, as we have seen in the previous example in the slide. Let us consider the string data type example program, where we are using single quotes, double quotes and triple quotes for assigning values to the string variables str1, str2 and str3, and then we are printing the values of str1, str2 and str3. And similarly, you can see we are trying to access the characters of str1 by using both positive indexing as well as negative indexing. Here str1 of 0 returns the first character of the string, str1 of -1 returns the last character of the string. And the escape sequences are also included by using \t and \n for inserting the tab space and the new line character. And then we are printing the corresponding str4 and str5 values. Let us observe the output by executing the code. So here you can see str1, which is assigned with hello in single quotes, hello in double quotes and hello world in triple quotes. Remember, triple quotes are used for assigning the string that spans across more than one line. That is why the value is also printed in 2 lines. str1 of 0 is returning the first character, which is h. str1 of -1 is returning the last character, which is o. str4 is another string which is assigned with a value hello world having a tab space in between. Similarly, str5 is another string variable assigned with hello world with a new line character in between hello and world. Moving on to the next one, which is inserting single or double quotes, wherein we are giving quote 1 is, this is a single quote character. Since we are interested to insert the single quote character, we have to enclose the entire string in double quotes. Observe here wherein I tried to insert the double quote by enclosing the entire string in double quotes, in which case it is giving a syntax error, unmatched parenthesis. That is why better always, whenever you are interested to insert single quote, double quote or triple quotes, in such a case the entire string value has to be enclosed in a different type of quotes. Now quote 2, here we can insert the double quote by enclosing the entire string in single quotes, and then we printed the values of the variables quote 1 and quote 2. Here you can see this is a single quote. So in quote 1 we are inserting the single quote, and in quote 2 we are inserting the double quote. Now let us see the example program for Python Boolean data type, where the two variables b1 and b2 are assigned with the Boolean values true and false, and then we printed the type of b1 and type of b2. That means both b1 and b2 belong to Boolean class. And then we assign different values to the variables. Here integer value is assigned to i1, 0 is assigned to I2, floating point value is assigned to F1, 2 plus 3j, which is a complex number, is assigned to C1, and a string good morning is assigned to S1, and N1 is assigned with a value none. So out of these values, 0 and none are considered as false, Boolean false, and all the rest of the values are considered as true. Be it a positive number, be it a negative number, be it a complex number, be it a string or a character or a floating point value, all these are considered as Boolean true only. So here you can observe, we are trying to print the corresponding Boolean values of all these variables. You can see only I2 and N1 are false because I2 is assigned with 0 and N1 is assigned with none. That is why only these two values are printed as false and rest of the values are true. So with this, we came to the end of the demonstration. So in this lecture, we have discussed about the different data types, including the numeric data type, which includes integer, float, and complex data types. Then we have discussed about the string data type, followed by the Boolean data type. We'll be discussing about the remaining types of data or the remaining data types in the next lecture. Thanks for listening, and we'll meet again in the next lecture.